Right, this is the site where the old yurt was, on the edge of John Max's meadow at the Lewin Peod. And yesterday we came here and started to do some of the site work, especially with the sorting the big logs out and the felling of some dead trees. But there's an awful lot of growth has happened since I really spent any time in this meadow. So for instance, I used to live, one, in a van, just where the car's parked over there. But before that, the yurt that Sarah was in, I had up there, up underneath that oak tree up there. And this meadow was a meadow at that point. Mary had been keeping an eye on it. And then whilst I was here, I got into scything it, which, you know, the first year was really hard, but the second year I really got into it. But anyway, since then, lots of trees have started growing. And there's some debris from some felling that's buried amongst the grass, which is why the mower hasn't been on it. And the sides of the meadow have been encroached on by low-hanging branches and new regen. So really, it's right on the edge now. Another year or two like this, and this won't be a meadow anymore. It'll be woodland again. So that's what's happening. So anyway, yesterday we felled some dead and slightly dodgy trees. There's a couple more to come, and a couple of really difficult, not difficult, but you know, not beginner limbs to remove, mainly because they're at head height, like this one here on this ash tree here. So you've always got, I think you've got to take special care when trees have got eyes like that on them. But you treat this as if it's just some kind of inanimate nuisance. I think not. Okay, so this is the limb here that is very badly harmed by both the fire and ash dieback. The rest of the tree is also affected by ash dieback, but still pretty much okay in a lot of ways. But these two limbs, this one and this one, have got they've got to come off, and also they're going to be overhanging the yurt, so it's ridiculous to build something like this underneath two dead limbs of that magnitude. And I built it so it can handle, you know, the odd small bit of something dropping out of a tree in a storm, but not, you know. So that's one of the things we've got to do. Sarah has done a really good job now of tidying up the absolute small shit from around this actual site. So these birch trees here, it's a good time of year actually, because you can see what's alive and what's not by what's got leaves on it and what hasn't. These three birch trees, one, you, especially you, I'm afraid, my lovely, and I mean that could be it actually, just those two. Possibly this one as well, but not as necessary. That's still got quite a lot of life in it up there, but this one's got a tiny bit of leaves happening still. That one's got a tiny bit happening still, but virtually nothing. So they will become a hazard, and birch trees don't live forever anyway. Well, the odd one does actually live a very long time, become really weird, gnarly, characterful, amazing creatures. So here is that wild cherry. I think that's a wild cherry there, the big one up there. But then all these have grown up. These are its offspring. Down these ones, and then these are some other offspring, possibly of that, which I can't remember what it's called. It's a sort of whispering penny tree or something like that. So really, I haven't talked to John about this, but these need to be curtailed here because there's too many of them. The other tree's fantastic. They're just going to do no good. I mean, you can see they're doing no good. Look, there we are, dead. Mind you, that might have been the fire. It was probably growing when the fire was on. Well, it didn't grow that much in 1 year, did it? So there we are. That's what's happening. And I'm going to build a stack of pallets here. Just clear that bit. Stack of pallets there. And then start putting a grid on here and levelling it, and then piece it together. be quite good fun, really. There we are. Okay, onwards and upwards, and good luck to everybody. Nice day. Hey.